What's up guys, TechShaun here back with another video. Xiaomi has quite firmly established its presence in the budget segment, but that's not the case with its flagships. By this time you guys should be knowing about Poco, Xiaomi's new sub-brand, and they have gone ahead and launched their first device. Hey dude! Hey! Oh! Poco F1, a flagship killer at an impressive price, and I'm sure you would have mostly heard good things about the device. I know many of you guys own Xiaomi devices and are fans and can't even take the slightest criticism against something you use or like. However, do note that you're watching a review video here and it's my job to bring my unbiased thoughts about any device. So for the next couple of minutes, make sure to watch this video with an open mind as a consumer and not as a fan. At the end, do note that it's your money that you're spending and no brand is giving anything for free. Let's take a quick dive and see what Poco F1 has to offer. Alright, this is the box. Pretty simple packaging. This is the base model with 6GB RAM and 64GB storage. Opening up the box, we get manuals, TPU case, the phone itself, Quick Charge 3 fast charger, nice to see that in the box, USB Type-C cable, SIM eject pin, and that's about the box. Let's quickly check out the placements before we dive in depth. Front top we have the big notch, which houses the IR blaster for face unlock, hidden sensors, earpiece, which also doubles up as a front speaker, and the front camera. Followed by the 6.18-inch Full HD Plus display, on-screen navigation. You have a super small single color LED notification at the bottom. Could have been a bit bigger for sure. Customary volume rocker and power button on the right. There's a hybrid SIM tray on the left. Yes, 2 SIM cards or 1 SIM and an SD card. Expansion is possible for your photos and media. Dual VoLTE is supported. Top we have the secondary noise cancellation mic, 3.5mm audio jack. Bottom primary mic, speaker grill and the Type-C port. Back the dual camera setup with LED flash and fingerprint sensor. Here is a quick look at the technical specifications. The only standout thing in the device is the processor. Apart from that, the rest is something you get in any budget or mid-range phone, even on many Xiaomi devices. Frankly, just by adding a high-end processor is not enough to term it as a flagship or a flagship killer. Okay, now let's start off with design and build first. It is clearly visible that this is the first area where Poco has cut the corners with design to keep the pricing intact. The Poco F1 weighs 186 grams and feels a bit heavy and has a plastic build. Frankly speaking, the design is very uninspiring for a flagship model or a flagship killer as termed by many. Truth is, the body is made of plastic and feels cheap if you had your hands on the other flagships like Zenfone, Honor, Vivo, etc. Don't jump and say consider the price. Well, frankly, as said, processor is the only thing that is high-end here. Rest all what is inside is almost the same you get on any mid-range budget phones these days. The polycarbonate, the fancy name for plastic, doesn't help much even after Poco tried to convince users that it will not make a difference if you snap it with a case. Being a reviewer and having had my hands on quite a few flagships and mid-range models, I disagree with their logic. In my opinion, the design, the look and feel of the phone without any skin, that is how it looks naked, is very important. That's what distinguishes each and every phone from the other. It's 2018 and it's Xiaomi. They could have done something. Also, the fingerprint placement is kind of weird for me. You will be smudging the camera lens often. To top it up, the big bezels and large chin don't add up, and the big notch on top? Nah. A lot of space wasted unnecessarily, and the software is not optimized around wasting a lot of space there as well. There is a high-priced model, the Armored Edition, with a Kevlar back for those who don't want a plastic back phone. But frankly, I won't spend 30k on that. Instead, I would pick the Zenfone 5Z in that range. Overall, take my word, design and build is something that you need to compromise for the aggressive pricing. You'll feel that when you get your hands on this. Poco F1 comes with a 6.18-inch Full HD Plus screen with an 18.7:9 aspect ratio. It is an IPS panel with a pixel density of 403 ppi. For sure, looks bright, vivid and has good viewing angles. I like it. To top it up, it has Gorilla Glass 3 protection for accidental scratches. I would expect at least 5. But if I have to crib about something, the big notch sure is a hindrance. Minus that, it's a very good display. Moving on, performance in gaming. As marketed as Master of Speed, inside it has got the best chip in the market now. The Snapdragon 845 octa-core chip clocked at 2.8 GHz is what drives it all. The powerful Adreno 630 GPU helps in offering good gaming experience. This variant what I have is the 6GB RAM with 64GB storage, out of which approximately 56GB is free to use on first boot. Here is the AnTuTu score that speaks what you can expect on performance. On the software, you get Android 8.1 Oreo with MIUI for Poco out of the box. Same old MIUI with a new skin on top, which now has an app drawer. In my daily casual use, it was good, no issues. Multitasking was also good. However, the software is a bit buggy and looks half-baked. To give you an example, at one point, I had to factory reset the device since suddenly none of the Google Play apps were downloading, even after multiple restarts. Also had a few app crashes here and there. Since it's a custom UI and given Xiaomi's track record, I hope they don't delay software updates after a few months and not just releasing updates during the launch time. Also, to address what is making news around the internet, yes, this device cannot stream full HD content from popular streaming services like Netflix, Amazon, etc., with the exception of YouTube, due to some licensing issues. The device must be DRM L1 certified, but this seems to be L3. One thing to note is Asus Zenfone 5Z has L1 certificate, still does not support HD streaming on Netflix, Amazon at the moment. To add fuel to the fire, a few games like Asphalt 9, Gods of Egypt are missing from the Play Store at the moment for the Poco F1. I did try Asphalt 8, PUBG, etc. And gaming for sure was a delight, and it played it all pretty well. It was lag free and smooth, and with liquid cooling tech, which you find on high-end devices like the Samsung Note 9, the Poco F1 does warm up a bit, but no major heating found. So yeah, on the performance front, it has got the best chip. However, I feel it is not fully optimized on the software front. All I can say at this point is, hope they improve the software with updates. Why have something when it cannot be used to the max? Next up is battery. It packs a 4000 mAh battery with support for Qualcomm Quick Charge 3 fast charging. Good thing is you get the fast charger bundled in the box. In my test, browsing, calls, video streaming, gaming gives little over a day with no issues. I'm happy about it. To give you an idea, video streaming on 4G data and Wi-Fi for 30 minutes approximately takes 5%. Charging the device 0 to 100% takes approximately 2 hours using the adapter and cable in the box. Overall, good battery backup. Moving on to camera. It has a dual camera setup with 12 megapixel f1.9 primary shooter and a 5 megapixel secondary depth shooter. To the front, there is a 20 megapixel selfie camera. No LED front flash, you get just screen flash. Both cameras did very well in good and low lighting conditions. The AI camera can recognize what you're shooting, 206 scenes across 25 different categories. Minor thing to crib is the aggressive noise reduction in low light photos. Also, make sure to keep your hand steady or get ready for some shaky shots. On the device it might look a bit okay, but when you look at it on the big screen, you will notice what I say. Lack of OIS is a bummer. However, you have EIS on 1080p video recording, so you can capture some stable footage. It can go max 4K with the rear, but with no stabilization. I'm happy what the camera does overall, and the app is pretty loaded as you can expect from any Xiaomi device. But again, sadly not much to play on the Pro mode. Portrait mode is good, especially with the front camera. However, edge detections need improvement. Here are some sample shots that I shot to give you an idea. Many had asked me how does it fare against the Mi A2 camera. Well, obviously Mi A2 is better just in the camera department when compared to this, in my opinion. So guys, currently recording this using the front-facing camera of the Poco F1 and the audio is also through that. So you get a pretty good idea. And guys, this is in low light. And finally, some generic stuff. You get all the common sensors except NFC and IR blaster. Coming to the audio, it's average. Though loud and the earpiece also acts as a secondary speaker, it does not give you a stereo effect. In fact, I don't know. Hiding the earpiece does not make even the slightest difference with the audio quality. It's kind of flat. And via the 3.5mm slot, having used other devices, it's just okay. Thankfully, radio lovers, yep, you got it. Fingerprint sensor is super fast. Also has got face unlock, which is also pretty fast. Works well even in dark due to its dedicated infrared sensor. So, what do I think about the Poco F1? Well, before I let my thoughts out, first let me sum up the pros and cons, keeping in mind the flagship perspective. Pros: super aggressive pricing, good battery, good performance, good camera with a bit of compromise. Cons: average design and build, frankly below average. Buggy software, doesn't support HD video streaming on Amazon, Netflix, etc. To be noted. Also, a few popular games not available for this device at the moment is a bummer. Could have had OIS and front flash. Then no NFC, no IR blaster. Average audio experience. And finally, fast software updates need to be seen after a few months, not only during launch week. So here's what I think about the Poco F1. Poco F1 carries a flagship killer tag with mid-range phone offerings just because it comes with a high-end chip inside. Poco definitely has done well with the base model pricing and has heated up the competition. However, it's not enough to put a top-notch chip inside and call it a flagship or a flagship killer. I don't expect Poco to tick all the boxes right at this price, but it sure needs to do better and could have. Frankly speaking, on the design and build front, it's not a device which you would like to flaunt around even after spending $21,000 just because it has a powerful chip inside. You'll only believe me after you buy it. But flip side, if you're someone who don't care much on the looks and is ready to overlook the cons, then the base variant is something you can definitely consider if you're looking for a powerful mid-range phone on a budget. This is a good pick. You don't have to burn your pocket. Just go for it. You will be happy. I won't recommend the high-end variants or even the Kevlar edition for $30,000. For that price, the Asus Zenfone 5Z with a lot of better things is a much better choice. Or even better, totally wait to see how the competition builds up in the coming days. I'm sure competitors are ramping up their offerings after this device came out. So, consumers, fans, what do you think about the device? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Would love to hear it. So that's it for this video. Hope you found it helpful. If you did, subscribe to the channel for more awesome tech content. We'll catch you in another exciting video. Until then. As said, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to TechShunt and click that bell icon.